Detroit, 1958. On an assembly line at the Plymouth factory, evil was awoken. Christine. You remember, Christine is a cherry-red 58 Plymouth Fury that kills everyone that gets in her way. The novel by horror specialist Stephen King was made into a film by John Carpenter and was a must for every car fan. So you thought that Christine was just fiction and that the story was made up? You thought wrong. Christine really exists. Her wild days in Hollywood are all in the past, of course. Today, the lady in the flashy red dress has retired to Switzerland and is as meek as a lamb. Renee and Renata Stadler have given her a new home. Renata saw the film Christine in the cinema and it just clicked. She had to have a car just like it. My father used to drive an Opel Kapitän, which was the pride of the family. A few tears were shed when it wasn't there anymore. I think my love for old things was inherited from my father. The reason Stephen King chose this car is immediately clear. The front end is intimidating. The grille snarls, the headlights are aggressive. Even the unusually high fins look dangerous. Renata's Christine is a 57 Plymouth Belvedere Sport Coupe hardtop, to give it its full name. The Belvedere variant is more simply equipped than the Fury, which was never available in red except in the film. Today, it's nearly impossible to hunt down a Plymouth from this series in Europe. Renata's was imported from the States in 1993. Today, Renee is looking after the well-being of Christine. The self-employed engine fitter has long had a soft spot for antiquated technology. He's set up a corner at his company where he can tinker around on his old treasures after work. And, just like Renata's love for old cars, Renee's father is at fault.
My father
bought a 66 Thunderbird, which we restored together. He thought it was better for me to be with him in the garage than hanging out somewhere on the street. Then I was suddenly in the scene, and then one thing after another happened.
Dann ist man in die Szene reingerutscht und kommt eines nach dem anderen.
In Stephen King's novel Christine, shy student Arnie falls in love with the decrepit Plymouth Fury.
Christine.
Arnie remade the down-and-out American Chariot, but Christine turns out to be evil and jealous and doesn't even shy away from murder. Christine has one more skill that every classic car fan today would desire. Christine can repair herself. But in the end, she pushes her owner, Arnie, to catastrophe. Two dozen Plymouths were customized for the film, and nearly all of them were destroyed during filming. Renata and Renee's Christine hasn't brought any harm to the pair. Just the opposite, in fact. Renata first met and fell in love with Renee right after buying the Plymouth. It happened through a friend. I met him and then he told me about Renee. I turned up at Renee's with a stack of photos and he was under a car tinkering with something. He later told me, "It's a good thing I was lying down when I first saw you." We ended up restoring the car together. It was really just us two tinkering, and I helped where I could. We did it all as a couple. The two of them did a great job. Today, her Christine is shinier than ever, and the 200 horsepower 4.5-litre V8 purrs with pleasure at 20 litres per 100 kilometres. The restoration wasn't quite so easy as in the film Christine. We've had a lot of fun with the car, of course, so when all is said and done, just do it. Just restore it yourself. Following the successful restoration, Renee and Renata met at the altar. The newly shiny Christine was in attendance, of course. If the luck of the threes was almost perfect then, it is today, because since 9 months ago, offspring Damien is stretched across the red upholstery and is having great fun cruising the glorious Swiss country roads. This Christine, unlike its counterpart in the novel, has brought her owners only happiness.